Give it a few seconds to make sure, because there's always the first couple of seconds that cuts off. So hello everyone, welcome back. In the last video you saw me make this project. This time we're going to use a repeater. Now this one's not going to be a 30-minute video here because this really, if we look at the assignment here, we have ourselves, let me just grab it on my phone. Oh, I moved away from it. Where'd it go? Ah, yes. Literally create a composition, add a shape layer inside that. Create a star shape, then add a repeater set to 10 copies. Adjust the position of the repeater to 0, 0, then animate the scale and rotation in any way you like. So basically, I only need one object to make this other one, so let's go and do that. Let's, file, new composition. New composition. So I'll name this new composition, and I could have these all on the same file if I want to. I guess I probably could. Or I could make myself a new project file entirely. But, let's just go with a new composition. So we'll say new composition name. Actually, no. We'll make a new project just for the sake of a new project here to showcase everything. New composition. Here we go. Completely starting fresh. Completely starting blank. I will name this, week 1 D. Actually, let's use the class name. ANI201 D. Monticchio Repeater. Okay? And same thing, got the same settings, it still remembers it, because I have 15 seconds, white background. Okay, we're good. And now we got ourselves a nice fresh start. So it wants us to add a shape layer that's a star. Okay, once again, like always, if you see the little tiny arrow in the corner of one of these guys, like there's the pen tool, we could have add vertex, delete, convex, feather, this sort of stuff. We've got ourselves the puppet. We got puppet, puppet starch pin, puppet bend, puppet advance, puppet overlap. I'm just going to go click and hold and go down to a star. I'm going to switch this star to, we haven't done purple. So I'm going to have a purple star. And you know what? I'm going to have it with a golden background. Why not? Okay, there we go. So now I've got myself a star. And you know what? Let me anchor point this because I want this in the center of the star. Boop, 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 boop. There we go. Actually, considering I have a purple background and a yellow outline, I probably should have made a black background. So you know what? I can always go to Composition Settings, up under Composition. I can change that. Change that back to black. There we go. Now I have myself a black background. There we go. That now is more contrast. I like that. So, there we go. Now, here's the thing about repeaters. If you try to go and find under the help bar and say repeater, no results found. Okay? You have to go under this add right here. Add, and you can add stuff. Add group, add rectangle, add there, down there is repeater. So click that little add button, hit repeater, and it'll go and it'll make 2 additional things. Now, under this content, because we have the content, polystar, so on and so forth, there is the repeater. And we have copies. How many copies do we want? Well, the assignment says 10. So, click out of it, and now I will have 10. You'll even see I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So, maybe in order to, make this, a little bit. So offset, what does it say? It says offset, doesn't say anything about the offset. It just says adjust the position of the repeater to 0, 0. So position, transform repeater. The position has to be at 0, 0. So basically what that means is that now my repeater is inside the star. All 10 copies have been repeated in here. And now, from this point forward, I can do whatever it is I want. Adjust the position, then animate the scale and rotation in any way you like. So, if I were to want to animate the scale and rotation any way I like, so I could just go, here's the transform of the repeater, move it over here, maybe at 5 seconds I want this to be, like that. There we go. And then, of course, the rotation. Let me go over to the rotation. Click that. It's currently at that. And then at the rotation, I can say, do that. There we go. And now what I'll have is I'll have this animation of this star repeating from a scale and a rotation, and it's basically unzipping itself like an accordion. Now I can do other things with this as well. We could, we could change the number of copies, the offset. So if I were to change the offset, like it'll go, like let's just say from right here, if the offset was at 0 and now the offset is at, 16, it's going to be farther off, so on and so forth. Or if I were to go and change the start, I could change the opacity. So if I have, say the start opacity is 100%, I can do the end opacity, and maybe at the end opacity, I've got, 0. Okay? So I've got, something that looks like that. It starts out like this, and then stars out like that. Why not? I can do something like that. We can do all sorts of different things here. We could also and we can also, I'll shrink this down after we're done with this. So let's just shrink this down. Let's go down to, 50. So, and then rotation. So now what we'll see happen is we'll see after it gets to that, it'll shrink down and it'll start doing that way instead. And it'll spiral down like that. We can do all sorts of things with this. And then, of course, at the end, I'll just set everything back to 0, 0. So back to 100%, rotation, back to 0, 0, and we'll set you back to 100 over there. Boom. Ooh, I should probably, that's going to screw up this guy, because that's going to, actually, I kind of like it not having that there. But yeah, so once you get something that you like, just honestly, anything, and whatever it is you like, something that looks visually impressive, that you've matched with the scale and rotation, send this off to the render queue, okay? So save it, because always make sure you save your projects. I'm looking at the top right now, and it says that I did not save this. I did not follow the first rule of Adobe products, which is save, but there we go. And, so this is basically what my animation would wind up looking like. And at that point, it's going to kick back, because I reversed the animation the other way, back to 0, 0. And now I've got myself, once it heads in over there, whoop, it goes back to there. And then, of course, the animation restarts itself. So let me just save first. Reminder to save this. So yeah, I'll save this under the documents. So this is ANI201 Repeater. There we go. I keep forgetting the 201. ANI201. Save it. And let me just go to Edit. I'm sorry, File, Export, Add to Render Queue. There it goes. It knows exactly where it's going to. It's going to that movie. Hit Render, because it still remembered my settings from last time. Hit Render. It'll go out, so on and so forth. Easy peasy lemon squeezy assignment. It's just little learning of the tools. And then, of course, it's going to go that way. Oh, wait, man, it really went through that quickly. It understood that part well. This part's, though, chugging a little bit slower. And there's all sorts of unique little fun things we could do with repeaters if we wanted to. And I'll have the .mov movie as well. Please remember to send me the .aep and the .mov movies. Okay, please send both of them, because, I want to see that through in Canvas. And, yeah, once you got that, we're good, we're done, send it through. I just realized I never named the shape layer, so I should probably name that. So let me right-click, rename, I don't know, Purple Star Repeater. There we go, save again, because I just made changes. And we're good to go. So save everything, submit it, and we'll move on to the next video.